Hey everybody, today's video is going to be 4 polishes in the September 2025 Little Box of Horrors, 2 from Victorian Varnish and 2 from What Addiction. My name is Paula. I'd like to welcome you to my Real Polish Fanatic little corner of YouTube. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending some of your day with me. Do appreciate you being here. So, Little Box of Horrors, if you are not familiar, very quickly, it is a collab box. It is a monthly collab box, much like all the rest of them. It is centered around a central theme. A lot of different indie makers come together and create something around that theme. It has the same dates every month. Wishlisting opens on the 18th of every month, and the shop opens on the 22nd and closes on the 30th. You can find it at LBoH.com. That is all the important stuff. The theme for September 2025 is haunted places, just in time for October and Halloween, all that good stuff. It does usually take about a month or so between ordering and receiving it in the mail because it is a pre-order. But I have 4 polishes to show you, 2 from Victorian Varnish, 2 from What Addiction, and I'm going to put them on my nails as we go along. I have them on a swatch wheel. I have them over black. We're going to show them all those ways. I will take the swatch wheels out into the sun and show it to you that way also. This video will probably be up around the 18th, which is the day wish listing starts. So you should be, if you are seeing this video, you should be able to go in and place things in your wish list if you see anything that you like. But let's just go ahead. We're going to turn the camera around and we're going to jump right in. All right, Little Box of Horrors, September 2025. The theme is haunted places. We are going to start with 2 from Victorian Varnish. Up first, look at this in the bottle. Look at those flakes. So pretty. This one is called Creekside Chills. Victorian Varnish bottles are 17 milliliters. And this one is inspired by Hell's Gate Bridge in Oxford, Alabama. It is described as a murky brownish green, prugly if you will, with a hint of purple green shimmer and loaded with UCC flakes in greens, golds, copper, and bronze. Look at that in the bottle, so pretty. And I have that one here on the swatch wheel in 1 coat. This is 2 coats and 3 coats with the matte top coat. Look at that, flakies with the matte top coat. Yes, please, love it. We are going to put on a 3rd coat right here. Formulas are excellent, as always with Victorian Varnish. Her brushes are nice, wide, rounded paddle brushes. So here we have Creekside Chills now in 1 coat. This is 3 coats and 3 coats with the matte top coat. Look at that. Look at all those flakes. This is a nice, it's a murky, it's swampy. It's so fun. Love that. Let's go ahead. I'm going to put this on my nail here for you. We're just going to do it live during the video. See how these go on the natural nail. So here it is in just 1 coat. We will build that up, see how many coats we need. Very nice smooth formula there in that 1st coat. Very nice. And up next from Victorian Varnish for the Little Box of Horrors is this one. Look at that reflective glitter. This one is called Furnace Frights. It is described as a rustic berry red base, shifting large particle shimmer in reds, golds, greens, loaded with UCC and ghost flakes with gold reflective glitter. Look at that in the bottle. So nice. Very fun. And that one here on the swatch wheel, I have it right here in 1 coat, 2 coats, 3 coats matte. And again, That with the matte top coat, very, very fun. Very nice. You can see how much it deepens up between the first and second coats there. We'll go in and put on a third. Beautiful. Love the reflective. Love that color. It's kind of like a berry red. Very nice. Here we have it. 3 coats matte, 3 coats, 1 coat all on its own. Very fun. And we will put that one right here. So here we have that in just 1 coat. You can still see our nail line through there, so we'll definitely be needing some more. But it went on nice and smooth. Loving that reflective glitter sparkle you get through there, and all those different colored flakes, the shiny ones, the UCC flakes. We got some ghost flakes in there. Very, very nice. And next up, we have our first one from What Addiction. Look at this, so pretty. This one is called Bridge of Whispers. Bridge of Whispers is inspired by the St. John's Bridge in Portland, Oregon. This one is described as a blackened blue with purple and red shimmer, blue, purple, fuchsia, orange, pink, gold flakes, and subtle touch of reflective glitter. Get that in the bottle. This one is going to be $13.50 with a cap of 50. What Addiction polishes are 15 milliliter size. And that one on the swatch wheel we have right here in 1 coat. This is 2 coats, 3 coats matte. Again, love that with the matte top coat. Very nice. Deepens up nicely from 1 to 2 coats, but let's go in and put on a third. See what that looks like. It's kind of a smoky purple. And we have all those different color flakes in there. So fun. There we have it. 3 coats matte, 3 coats, and 1 coat all on its own. Look at all of that. So pretty. Love. And I'm going to put that one here on this finger. So here we have that one in just 1 coat, nice and smooth. Very nice. And the last polish comes from What Addiction. Look at that, look at those bright blue or purple flakes in there, gorgeous. This one is called Lantern for the Lost. This one was inspired by the Hasita Head Lighthouse in Florence, Oregon. It's described as a maroon red with pink orange red shimmer, purple blue flakes, and a subtle touch of reflective glitter. Look at that shimmer. You can see all the different colors here in the bottle. If you look down here towards the edges, very fun. And that one on the swatch wheel we have right here in 1 coat, 2 coats, 3 coats matte. That matte top coat lets those bright purpley blue flakes really kind of pop out against that dark kind of maroonish red base. Here it is in 2 coats. We're going to go in and put on a 3rd coat. right here. So here we have Lantern for the Lost in 1 coat, 3 coats, 3 coats matte. Very, very nice. Very nice Halloween time, winter time color. Love those really bright purple flakes, blue purple. Very fun. And we're gonna put that one. We'll put that one here on my pinky. What Addiction brushes, also very nice, wide rounded paddle brushes. So here we have that one, just 1 coat. Let's see. There, that's looking very color accurate right there, kind of half and half with the black and white background. Very nice. Here they all are in just 1 coat. We're gonna go back to the first Victorian Varnish, which is Creekside Chills. We'll put on a 2nd coat. Ruby says hello to everybody. So here we have that one in 2 coats. It's building it up very nicely. Love those flakes. Love that murky green background. Very fun. In Victorian Varnish's 2nd polish here, Furnace Frights. Add in a 2nd coat of that one. That builds that up very nicely. So here we have that one now in 2 coats. Got all those different colored flakes. We got that color shifting shimmer, so pretty. That kind of reddish colored base, berry red. Very fun. And the first one from What Addiction, Bridge of Whispers. Let's go in with our 2nd coat of that one. Here's that one now in 2 coats. Very, very dark purple base. There you go. Lots of different colored flakes. Very fun. And What Addiction's 2nd polish was Lantern for the Lost. Put on our 2nd coat of this one. So here we have that one in 2 coats. Here they all are, 2 coats. I would probably wear all of these in 2. I'll go through though and put on a 3rd coat for anybody who would like to see what that would look like. So here's Victorian Varnish's Creekside Chills. There it is in 2. Let's add in a 3rd. Loving the murkiness of this one. All those flakes. Very, very nice. And then Victorian Varnish's Furnace Frights. Goes a 3rd coat for that one. Loving that shifting shimmer. I don't know if it's coming through on the camera. Definitely see it in person. Very, very pretty. See if we can show that off outside in a lower natural light outside. And from What Addiction, Bridge of Whispers. Ruby's been sleeping all day until I start my video. And then she's all like, hey, here I am. I'm gonna talk to you now. Here's Bridge of Whispers from What Addiction, 3 coats. I think this one would have been fine in 2. I think all of them would have been okay in 2. And then What Addiction, Lantern for the Lost. Put on a 3rd coat here. Very nice. That really deepens that up. Very pretty. So this one is Lantern for the Lost in 3 coats. Bridge of Whispers, those 2 were from What Addiction. Victorian Varnishes, Furnace Frights. And Victorian Varnishes, Creekside Chills, all in 3 coats. Very pretty. All right, so we started off with Victorian Varnishes, Creekside Chills. This one is $13.50 with a cap of $1.50. Here it is on me in 3 coats with a glossy top coat. So pretty, so murky, so perfect for the season. And here it is on the swatch wheel. We have it right here in 1 coat, 3 coats with a glossy top coat, 3 coats with a matte top coat. Love this, both glossy or matte. Very, very nice. And that one over black is right here. That just really leaves all of those flakes behind. And see all those jumping out there at you. Here it is, 3 coats on its own, 1 coat over black. And here it is on me in 3 coats and 3 coats on the swatch wheel. This one is Creekside Chills in 1 coat, 3 coats glossy, 3 coats matte. This one comes from Victorian Varnish, $13.50 with a cap of $1.50 for the Little Box of Horrors, September 2025. And then we looked at Victorian Varnishes, Furnace Frights. Here's that one on me in 3 coats with a glossy top coat. Loving that gold reflective glitter and that color shifting shimmer in that red base, and then all those different colored flakes. Love. That one on the swatch wheel is right here. We have it in 1 coat, 3 coats glossy, 3 coats matte. Beautiful. Beautiful both ways, glossy or matte. Very, very nice. That one over black is very pretty too. That leaves all that color changing, shifting shimmer. You can still see the flakes coming through there a little bit. That gold reflective, so pretty. And there's that one, 3 coats on its own, 1 coat over black. And here it is on me, 3 coats with a glossy top coat. And that one is Furnace Frights in 1 coat, 3 coats glossy, 3 coats matte. This one's from Victorian Varnish. It will be $13.50 with a cap of $1.50. And then the first one we looked at from What Addiction, this beauty. This one is Bridge of Whispers. That one on me is right here in 3 coats with a glossy top coat. Very fun, very deep purple. And then you get all those different color flakes. Just a touch of reflective glitter. Very nice. And that one over black is right here. And again, that just leaves all those flakies behind and the little bits of glitter. Very pretty. Here's that one, 3 coats on its own, 1 coat over black. The black does have a glossy top coat. And here's that one on me in 3 coats. And here's Bridge of Whispers in 1 coat, 3 coats glossy, 3 coats matte. This one is from What Addiction. It is going to be $13.50 with a cap of $50. So pretty. And then the last polish we looked at today for the Little Box of Horrors, September 2025 from What Addiction. This one is Lantern for the Lost. And that one on me is right here in 3 coats with a glossy top coat. So pretty, very, very deep maroon red base. Very dark. And then you get those little pops of those blue purple flakes. They're very bright. And again, just a very small touch of reflective glitter in there. So pretty. And that one on the swatch wheels right here in 1 coat, 3 coats with a glossy top coat, 3 coats with a matte top coat. Gorgeous. Pretty. And that one over black is right here. And that just leaves some of the shimmer. You can still see some of those blue purple flakes popping out at us. Very nice. 1 coat over black with a glossy top coat. And there we have 3 coats on its own, 1 coat over black, very similar. And here it is on me in 3 coats with a glossy top coat. And that one is Lantern for the Lost. 1 coat, 3 coats glossy, 3 coats matte. This one is also $13.50 with a cap of $50. So that's what I have to show you for the Little Box of Horrors. Very nice, a pretty murky green one. This pretty deep red, pretty very dark purple, kind of a smoky purple. And then this pretty maroon with those bright blue purple flakes. Love. That's what we have. So let's go ahead. Here's one more look at them on me. Let me zoom out a bit. Here they all are on me. 3 coats with a glossy top coat. Gorgeous, loving those. And a last look at them over black. Very, very fun. Let's go ahead and turn the camera around. We're gonna finish this up. All right, those were the 4 polishes I had for September 2025 Little Box of Horrors. 2 from Victorian Varnish, beautiful. These are each at $13.50 with a cap of $150 each, beautiful. And 2 from What Addiction. These are each $13.50 with a cap of $50 each. Wishlisting starts on September 18th. That's my birthday. And the store will open on September 22nd and it closes September 30th. You can find it at LBoH.com. I will have that linked in the description below, along with their Facebook fan group for the Little Box of Horrors. But that's all I have. I am going to take my swatch wheels outside in the sun and the natural light, and I will include a video of that after my goodbyes. So a big thank you to Tammy from Victorian Varnish and Anna from What Addiction for sending these to me as gifted PR. Even though it's gifted PR, all thoughts, views, and opinions are always my own. But that's what I have. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What did you think of any of these? Did you have any favorites? Anything else on your Little Box of Horrors wish list possibly? There's always a spoiler thread up in the Facebook group, so you can see what everybody is going to be having available. But that's all I have. Thank you so much for stopping in and spending some of your day with me. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the outside swatch wheel, outside in the natural light. But I am just gonna say goodbye for now.